Let's go. Pretty crazy, still blows my mind that all of that was captured on this little drone. The DJI Mini 2. I took this guy with me to France about a year and a half ago. I was visiting my girlfriend at the time. She was an au pair in France, and I actually left the trip an engaged man, so I did propose over there in France. It was my first time ever, and I was so glad that I brought this drone right here. I'm gonna open it up for you. This small little guy helped me get some of the footage you saw today. So I just want to create this video to show you that you can still get some amazing footage with a drone like this. I'm going to kind of break down the reasons why I got this drone and why I think you might want to get it as well. Reason number one, the size and weight. This thing is small, lightweight, compact. It can literally fit in my pocket, which is just blows my mind. And I did this all throughout our trip. Each of those locations, I would put this drone literally in my pocket as we walked around and would just throw this up to get a new perspective. And I think that's a huge benefit to this drone, of just being able to have something so small to get a unique perspective of the location that you're at. So its size, but also its weight. So this thing weighs 249 grams. It says it right here on the side, if you can see that, 249 grams. And that is 1 gram under the limit that you must have to have a drone license to fly. So at 250 grams, if you have a flying device at that size, you must have a license. The massive benefit to having a drone like this is that it is under that requirement, so there's no license required. So you could literally take this thing wherever you wanted to, anywhere in the world, at any time, and fly it without a fear of getting fined. And that was just so huge for me, being in some of these locations, that I didn't have to fear of being fined for not having a license because it was under the limit. So that is a huge perk under the size and weight. And like I mentioned, a perk of the size and weight is that you can travel anywhere with it. Reason number two why you should get this drone is the quality. So even though it's a couple years old, this drone came out a couple years ago, it still has great quality that you can use today in your footage. So it comes in at 4K, 24 frames per second, which is bread and butter to get some epic cinematic footage like you just saw. It also has the capability to get 2.7K at 60 frames per second, which is still amazing. And at that frame rate, you can slow it down to do some slow motion, which I did as well. So it's a little older drone, but still has great quality footage. Reason number three that this is still a great option for a drone is the price. This little guy comes in at around $450, which is actually really affordable in the drone market, and is actually about half the price of its newer older brother, the DJI Mini 3, which is amazing. And if you get the Fly More combo, which comes with 3 extra batteries, more accessories, it's around $600. But a pro tip, pro hack for all of you out there is that if you go to Amazon, there's a renewed section where you can actually get the Fly More combo for $480. So a little pro tip right there. So in conclusion, who is this drone for? So I would say this drone is mainly for beginners, those who have never flown a drone before in their life. They've seen the epic footage, maybe you've seen some cool footage out there, maybe you typed up a YouTube video like this and saw some cinematic footage, but feel like you could never capture that. I'm giving you the freedom to say that you can. You can do it. A drone like this is super user-friendly, easy to take off, easy to direct. Of course, I'd recommend practicing. But this is for a beginner drone pilot who wants to just get in the game. It's a great entry drone to get a feel for it. And I'd even argue that it can be used by advanced pilots as well. I keep this in my bag. It's a great drone that I can take anywhere, can throw up without fear of getting fined, and go in some small places too because it's so small and compact. Final thoughts on this drone is that I really want to create this video to show you that you can get some amazing cinematic, epic footage without having to have the newest and most expensive drone. You can still use a drone that's been on the market a couple years that has a lot of benefits that you could buy and fly right now today and get some great shots. And I hope this was an example where you can do that yourself. If you feel called to buy the drone, I actually have an affiliate link down below where you can find it. And if you do that, I get a small commission, which is pretty awesome. But more so, just wanted to create this to inspire you to get out there, create. And I think the perspective of an aerial footage is just so key to tell a story. If you thought about getting into the drone game, this is a reason and excuse to get in right now, today. The time is now, seize your moment.